Okie dokie. So let's have everyone come to standing, please. And just find your feet on the mat. So just let your hips sway from side to side. And as you sway from side to side, kind of pick up one foot and then the other, and just feel your heels and then down to your toes, just getting nice and planted into the floor. Really feel your feet making contact with your mat. Wonderful. So once you feel that lower stability, I want you to feel your core muscles start to pull in and start to just sway forward and backwards. So your toes are maybe coming up a bit, and then your heels. And just feeling as your weight is shifting back and forth. You kind of want that almost falling over feeling, because then your stomach muscles will have to get involved to stop you from falling. Wonderful. Then settling in on your feet, but keeping that strength in your core. Let's inhale our arms overhead, maybe looking upwards. Exhale, letting your arms float down on either side, maybe letting your head come forward. So with your own breath, whenever you inhale, feeling your spine growing up taller. And then exhale, keep that length in your spine, but let your shoulders and arms just relax down. Good. Let's change it now. So as you exhale, the palms of your hands come together and then come down to heart center, just gently pressing in to your hands, feeling your shoulders pressing down. So inhale to reach up, palms together. Exhale, pressing your hands gently together, shoulders pressing down, feeling that engagement in your chest. Also feeling the stomach muscles pulling in, feeling really strong through your whole body. Good. One more time, and then we're going to pause with our hands at heart center. Now either looking down at the floor or closing your eyes if you feel balanced. And let's just notice our breath. So taking in nice full inhales, feeling the lower belly expanding on the inhale. And then on the exhale, feel your whole core just gently pulling in, hugging your spine. Seeing if you can take a slightly fuller inhale. And then nice slow exhale. Feeling that kind of grr feeling in the very center of your core. Wonderful. Keeping this nice full breath, releasing your arms, and we're going to do some chair. Get nice and warm. So we're exhaling to sit back in our chair, arms coming alongside our head. Inhale, coming up. So just going nice and slow, feeling your hips traveling backwards, keeping your core engaged. Then inhale, coming up. Imagining there's a chair, you're thinking about sitting down on the chair, and then you change your mind, coming back up. And a nice strong core the whole time. Good, seeing if you can go nice and slow with a nice full inhale. And then nice slow exhale. The next time you're down in your chair, let's pause there for a moment or two, letting your shoulders relax and just noticing your stomach muscles. Really feel your core engaged, especially on the exhale. Feel this whole line of stomach muscles just pulling in like they're trying to hug back towards your spine. Feeling the heat getting generated. Good, on your next inhale, coming all the way up, reaching your arms overhead, clasping your hands, exhaling, letting everything sway to one side. Inhale, coming up, exhale the other way. So getting a big stretch up the side body, letting your hips kind of shift side to side, feeling that big stretch under your arms. Just moving with your own breath. Exhale, the side, inhale coming up, exhale the other way. Good, now coming back straight up and down, let's just take our arms in a bit of a circle, just getting our shoulders loosened up. So having your elbows a little bit bent, and just circling a bit, just seeing how that feels in your shoulders. Going easy if your shoulders feel a bit funny. And then let's circle back around the other way, just seeing what's going on in your upper back. Good, wonderful. And then let's let our arms just float down to either side, shaking them out. And let's just let our bodies twist a little bit. So letting those loosey-goosey arms just kind of like wind, what is it called? Washing machine type feeling. Good, now let's hands on hips and let's just take our hips in a circle. Just so feeling this whole area getting loosened up. Wonderful, and then back around the other way. Going at whatever size or pace of circle feels good to you. Now we just need to open up our hips a little bit. So shifting your weight from side to side, just sort of balancing, finding your balance a little bit, lifting one foot up and then the other, core is engaged. And settling on one foot, and let's just do some little hip circles. So you're bending your knees and opening your hip up to the side. So it's kind of a balancy feeling and just trying to get the hip ready to go. Good, and then to the other side, putting this foot down and just sort of loosening up the other side a bit. Good, wonderful. So now let's come in to a high lunge. So we're going to keep our hips square to the front. It's just sort of like a normal lunge where your feet are parallel. Your back foot isn't turned out, just keeping it parallel. Strong core, bending into the front knee. So our hips are staying where they are. Let's bring our hands to heart center. And as you inhale, feel your spine getting nice and tall, like someone's got you by the head and is lifting you. Then on the exhale, feel both feet pressing into the mat, like your feet are trying to press the mat away. So your legs are nice and activated as they're pressing downward. And then on the inhale, really feel a lengthening in your spine, like you're trying to pull up out of your waist. Good. So what we're going to do is a core twist. So on your inhale, feel this feeling. And then on the exhale, we're going to be twisting towards our front leg, keeping your hips where they are. Inhaling back through center. So it's just this area in here that's twisting on the exhale. Inhale, coming back. So at your own tempo, whenever you exhale, that's when you feel your upper body twisting and your lower body staying put. Oh man, and I feel my legs saying hello as well. So nice, full breath. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, feeling that fiery twist. Wonderful. The next time you're facing forward, release your arms, give them a bit of a shake. And let's just inhale, reaching up for a moment or two, feeling that big stretch up your front body. Good. On your next exhale, bending your elbows, coming into cactus. And inhale, reaching your elbows back. So you're getting a big stretch across your chest. Good. And whenever you're ready, as you exhale, lengthening your arms, drawing them forward, interlocking your hands, and just drawing your hands forward, getting a stretch in your back body. Wonderful. Now for some added excitement and engaging your core, and we're going to try and go for a bit of a balance. So bending your back foot or back knee and start to hop yourself forward until you're balancing maybe on that front leg. Give that a go. Breathing deep, strong core, staring at something. Maybe put down your toes if you need. Whew. Wonderful. And then putting that leg down, letting your hips go side to side, just doing whatever you need. I feel like I want to do this, but just doing whatever feels good to your body, whatever feels like a relief. Wonderful. So now let's do all that on the other side. So now putting your other foot forward and taking a moment to feel your core really strong, your feet pressing into the floor. And it's almost like your feet are pressing away from each other to get that real engagement in your legs, but no pain in your knee. Good. Wonderful. Now let's bring our hands to heart center, gently pressing into your palms. As you inhale, feel your spine getting nice and long. On the exhale, your shoulders are pressing down, your legs are really strong, pressing your feet into the floor. Good. So inhale to feel long in the spine. Exhale to twist towards that front leg. Inhale, coming back. And you don't have to twist far. It's more, I just really want you to feel like your hips down, staying put, and then sort of between your hips and your rib cage, that area twisting. So you're really feeling your stomach muscles doing the work. Almost like you're trying to wring out a washcloth. Good, just a few more.
Oops.
Good. The next time you're back center, letting your arms go, And then inhale, reaching up, feeling a big, nice stretch through your whole front body. Exhale to bend your elbows, shoulders pressing down. Inhale, reaching your arms back to get a big stretch through your front body. And then whenever your next exhale is, let's scoop our arms forward, interlocking our hands, and just reaching forward to get your back stretched out. Letting your hands come apart, bending your back knee and starting to try and hop forward. You bring your weight on that front leg, sort of balancing there. Good, wonderful. And letting that foot come back down and just doing whatever feels good. Now we're going to make our way down onto the floor, onto our hands and knees. And we're going to start with good old cow and cat. So inhaling to arch, exhaling, rounding your back. So just letting your spine be happy. Following along with your own breath. Good. Now let's change the pattern. So on your inhale, you're just in your hands and knees. And as you exhale, you're looking over one shoulder, letting the other hip go to the side. Inhale back through center, exhale the other way. Really trying to feel that long, full inhale, nice slow exhale. Good, wonderful. Coming back through center. We're gonna have our toes curled to be on the mat. And let's just inhale to engage our core, lifting our knees off the floor if your shoulders are okay with that. Feeling your stomach really strong, pulling in. Big inhale, and as you exhale, shift back into bent knee, downward dog. Just feeling your spine lengthening out. And when you're ready, start to lengthen out one leg and then the other, bicycling out the backs of your legs. Good, wonderful. Now bending both knees, getting nice and long in the spine. Big inhale, and as you exhale, lengthening out both your legs. Feeling your heels reaching down to the floor. And just breathing deep for a moment or two here. Wonderful. Then slowly coming back down onto our hands and knees. Let's come into child's pose for a moment. So bringing your knees apart, the bottoms of your feet reaching towards one another, and just reaching your arms forward. Just feeling your hips sinking downwards on the exhale. And let's just have a bit of a break. So just letting everything sink down, stretching out, hips opening up. Maybe while you're here playing piano with your fingers a little bit or rotating your wrists. Wonderful. And then slowly on an inhale, coming back up onto your hands and knees. We're just going to take our hips around in a circle. So you're leading the way, just circling around one direction. And then going back around the other way. Good. So we're going to get fiery in our core again. So from your hands and knees, feel your hands pressing into the floor. So your back body's coming alive, feeling your spine really long. And let's extend out your left leg behind you with your foot flat. So feel a lot of length in your whole body, like there's a strong line from your head all the way down to your heel. Stomach muscles pulling in. So staying here if you feel like it, or, so I've got my left leg stretched out, so I'm going to try reaching out my right arm, palms facing in. Feeling on the exhale, your stomach muscles pulling in. So I feel like putting my arm down, so I'm going to do that, but just decide what you're up for. Breathing deep, and on each exhale, feel your core really engaged. Good. Now that back leg, feel it start to float over till it's crossing over your right foot, putting your toes back on the floor, and then looking over that right shoulder. You're getting a big stretch up the left side of your body. Wonderful. Then inhale, bringing your spine back, bringing that leg back. Let's bring our knees together and just have another little rest in downward dog. Maybe this, or not downward dog, child's pose. Maybe you could do the version where your arms are back and palms facing up towards the ceiling if that feels good. Or you can do the wide knee, arms forward. So just having a little break, letting your upper body relax, feeling your hips opening up. Maybe while you're in child's pose, you might want to do the little bit of a side reach where you're bending in your right elbow and reaching your left arm nice and long to get a big stretch up the side body. And then the other side. So now bending in the left elbow and reaching the right arm across, getting a big stretch up the side body. Good. Wonderful. Coming back through center, coming back up onto our hands and knees. And now we're going to stretch out the other leg, your right leg behind you. So getting that feeling of pressing your hands into the floor, core is engaged, that heel is reaching backwards. Now deciding to stay here or maybe extending out your left arm, palms facing in. But whatever you're doing, feel your stomach muscles pulling in towards your spine. So breathing deep, feeling those stomach muscles pulling in on each exhale. Good, wonderful. Just a bit more. Now taking that extended right leg, having it travel over, toes coming down onto the floor, and then twisting to look over your left shoulder, so you're getting a big stretch up the right side of your body. Good, wonderful. Inhaling everything back through center, bringing your knees back together and just doing what feels nice, maybe letting your hips go side to side a bit. Wonderful. So now we're going to choose what version of plank we want to do. One option is coming down onto your forearms with your knees still on the floor and then having your pelvis sink down towards the floor. So this feels like plenty. So this is an option. So you got your core really engaged. Or you can do the option where you're on your forearms and your knees are coming off the floor with your core really, really, really engaged. So choosing the version of plank that works for you. I'm going to go with knees down. And just on the exhale, feel your stomach muscles pulling in. Good. One more moment. And then on your next exhale, just coming down to the floor. Let's reach our arms forward, letting our heads just relax maybe on our arms. Good. Taking a few nice deep breaths. And then bending your elbows so your hands are alongside your shoulders. And as you inhale, feel your legs nice and strong and just lifting your chest up a little bit, looking down at the floor. Feel all those muscles down alongside your spine engaging. Good. On your next exhale, coming down for a little bit of a rest. Taking a few deep breaths. Feeling as you inhale your back body expanding, your whole back area relaxing. And then when you're ready, we're going to press our hands into the floor again. Inhaling and feel your whole back body engaging to lift you up, feet, tops of feet pressing into the floor. Good, wonderful. Lowering back down. And then let's come back up onto our hands and knees. And then flow right back into downward dog. Just to stretch out the back body, stretching out the back of the legs. Taking in some nice big inhales and then just letting things go on the exhale. Wonderful. Coming back down onto our hands and knees, and let's make our way onto our backs, please. All right, so when you get down onto your back, let's just do something nice to start. So letting your arms flop open and letting your knees flop from side to side. And as your knees flop from side to side, feel that nice stretch through the core, kind of a twisty stretch feeling. Good, wonderful. Bringing your knees back through center. So taking a moment just to feel the natural curve in your spine. So we've got our pelvis is on the floor. We can feel that. We can feel our upper back on the floor, but you don't need to press your lower back into the floor. So if there's a little curve, a little space in your lower back, just let that stay there. Now feeling your pelvic floor pulling up, feeling your sort of hip bones feel like they're pulling together, almost like you've got this big band around your waist, feeling those stomach muscles pulling in and together. Now traveling up, feeling these abs just below your ribs, feel them pulling in. It's almost like you're getting pressed together, this whole area. It's like your stomach muscles are sort of pressing in and your back body is pressing up to meet them. Good. So keeping this really strong core feeling. And And let's have our arms reaching down alongside your body with your palms facing down. So as you reach with your arms, also feel like you're kind of squeezing your arms in, so you feel your lats starting to get involved. So let's just take a few breaths here and feeling this really strong engagement. On the exhale, feeling all these points kind of squeezing together. So pelvic floor pulling up, your whole core getting kind of like pressed together, and your lats squeezing in. Now staying here if you want, or if your neck is happy, on the exhale, you can peel your head up, maybe peel a bit of your shoulders off the floor and feel your rectus abdominis really tightly helping you come up. Then inhale, slowly coming down. Keeping the core engaged, exhale, drawing up. Inhale, lowering down. If your neck doesn't love this, just keep your head on the floor and you can still really put your brain into your muscles to tell them to contract. So listening to your neck. Good, so feeling it's almost like these muscles are peeling you up on the exhale, lowering back down. Good, now let's relax down for a moment and just making sure the neck is happy, let everything relax, shaking out your shoulders, and just let your head roll from side to side. So again, you don't have to lift your head. You can still have your head on the floor and feel a lot going on in your core. So if your upper back is feeling relaxed, let's do all that all over again. So feel your pelvic floor pulling up, your whole sort of mid-body trying to squeeze together, arms reaching down, palms facing down, squeezing your arms in so you feel your lats and even your chest getting engaged. Nice big inhale, then exhale, drawing up, and we're going to hold it this time. So you're just sort of looking down towards your knees if your neck's okay. And we're going to start pumping with our arms a little bit. So on the exhale, your arms are pressing down. Inhale, your arms floating up a bit. And the whole time your core is super engaged. But if your neck isn't happy, just come on down. So powerful breath. Your exhale, you're pumping your arms down. Good, and then rolling on down, letting everything relax. I feel like letting my knees flop from side to side. Good. Now let's take a moment to lengthen out our legs, stretching out our arms, just feeling a nice big full body stretch, maybe flexing your feet. Wonderful. And then walking your feet back up, hugging your knees in. And let's just take our knees in a circle or side to side, whatever feels good. Good. And then back around the other way. Okay, wonderful. So let's get back into our fiery core. So let's do the one where your knees are at a right angle and you're pressing into your thighs. So the points of contact on the floor is your pelvis and your upper back, but let there be that nice natural curve in your lower back. We don't want to squish our lower back into the floor. So pressing your hands into your thighs into your hands. Feeling those muscles right under your rib cage pressing downwards. Feel like your whole core is just kind of telescoping together. Breathing deep, just holding this a little longer. Good. Now we're gonna keep on going. So keep this feeling in your core, but releasing your arms. So your arms are reaching upwards, palms facing together, but keep that real engagement in your abdominal muscles. Now we're going to extend, if you like, your left leg and your left arm. Inhaling everything back to home. Then exhaling the other side, but keeping your core super engaged. Feel like it's your core muscles that are pulling that leg back up. And really making sure your lower back isn't getting squashed into the floor. Just a few more. Good, wonderful, hooray. Put your feet back onto the floor. I feel like it would feel nice bringing in your heels a little bit closer, palms alongside your hips, palms facing down. Let's press our feet into the floor and then lifting our pelvis upwards, feeling your glutes really engage. And all those stomach muscles and quad muscles we were just using, feel them lengthening out. So your weight is on your upper back, but not your neck. Your neck is happy. Breathing deep, and on the exhale, really feel your glutes engaging to press your pelvis up towards the ceiling. One more inhale, and then slowly lowering on down. Wonderful. Just going to peek at the time. Wonderful. Let's stretch. So let's pick up our left leg and cross it over the right. Maybe this is enough of a hip opener. Maybe you're going to grab your right leg and pull it in. So just whatever works for you. We're trying to get a big stretch in the outside of that left leg. So just breathing deep, letting things relax on the exhale. Maybe while we're here, let's just let our head roll from side to side a bit, just trying to release any tension that there might be in the neck. Good. Now, keeping the left leg crossed over, we're going to put the right foot back on the floor, and then we're going to open up our arms and let everything flop over to the left. So that left ankle's just gently pressing down just above the right knee. So you're getting a big stretch now in the outside of your right leg, if it feels okay. Letting your arms just be heavy, your shoulders just relaxing down to the floor. Breathing deep. Wonderful. Bring everything back through center, releasing that leg. Maybe letting your legs flop side to side if you like. And then when you're ready, crossing over now your right leg. Finding a hip opener, maybe pulling your legs in, holding onto your left leg if that feels okay. However you're doing this, just trying to let your muscles relax, breathing deep. Wonderful. Let's let our arms flop open at shoulder height, palms facing up. And letting your legs swap over to the right to get that big stretch through the left hip all the way maybe up the left side body. Breathing deep and just trying to let everything relax and stretch out on the exhale. Wonderful. Bringing everything back through center. Just hugging in your knees for a moment. And then let's extend out our legs, extend out our arms, get a nice full body stretch. Nice big inhale as you reach, and then as you exhale, walk in your knees again, giving your knees a hug, maybe lifting your head towards your knees. One more big inhale, and as you exhale, let everything flop open in Shavasana. So your arms are just open to either side, palms facing up, your hips are just letting your legs fall open. We're going to close our eyes if you like. And as you inhale, feel your chest gently rising. And as you exhale, just feel everything sinking downwards, melting into the floor, letting go. If you have time, just stay in Shavasana. Keep noticing your breath. If you need to move along with your day, wake up your body with some gentle movement and stretching. Rolling onto your side, whichever side works for your shoulders. Resting there for a moment. And then coming back up to whatever seated position feels good and allows your spine to be nice and long. And let's bring our hands to heart center. Just gently press your hands into your chest, shoulders relaxed, looking down at the floor. Just taking a few nice deep breaths. Just thinking about something that you want to remember, some helpful thought, breathing it in deep. And namaste.
Namaste.
Yay.